All right, what is up, members of the barrio? I have not done a live stream in probably about a year, so this is a little bit like weird for me, and I don't know how many people are gonna show up, but I decided to do it because I got a big milestone to celebrate. 100,000. Adriana drew this in about, I don't know, a minute. So yes, I want to say hi to everybody. Everyone's coming in right now. 22, 38 people. We're in my apartment in New York City right now. We have so many people. 51. You know, the last time I did a live stream, I think I had 20,000 subscribers, and I had maybe 30 people. Now we've got 65, so we already have double what I'm used to. What is up, guys? Congratulations. Man, all over. Where are you guys watching from? I'm curious. I'm guessing it's mostly the United States, as that is my primary audience, but I'm curious. So happy for 100,000. Thank you, Tanya Aldredi Arriaga. 72 people, wow. I must have picked a really boring Wednesday night for you guys to be tuning in here. Greenwich Village, you're my neighbor. Guadalajara, Mexico. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time there. Houston, Australia, Los Angeles. We got the whole world here. Well, the reason I have brought 71 of you to this chat is first I wanted to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel. First and foremost, 100,000 wouldn't be possible without you guys, watching every video, tuning in all the time, being a great audience. So that's the first thing that I wanted to do. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. That you put so many hours into YouTube, and you don't know how people are going to respond to videos. You put something out to the world, and you hope that you get a positive response, you make an impact, but you never really know. So that's why I'm curious about these live streams. I can actually see people's responses. But these were always difficult for me because there's a lot of messages coming, and it's hard for me to stop my train of thought and look. I think people that can do live streams all the time are incredible. It's too hard for me. Adrian Marvan, I'm your #1 fan. Yes, you are. Congratulations, keep up all the good work. Thank you, Vernola. Your videos made me jump on the MHT LGA flight more than I should. Hey, no problem. Look, I think New York sells itself. I don't know if I'm selling New York that much. Where's your other half? Are you talking about my twin brother, or are you talking about my wife? Because I suppose I have two other halves. I saw your Bleecker Street Pizza video and it makes me want to visit. I want to get some Bleecker Street Pizza too. I would love to get some Bleecker Street Pizza. Mandy, thank you for the super chat. Wow, I was very generous of you. $4.99. Thank you. That's like $5 pizza slices. I'm always looking forward to your next video. Thank you, Virgil. I don't know where you're writing from. Again, this is just so many messages that I can't even keep up. I'm trying to do that. Oh, you're coming to say hi? All right, Team Adriana's here.
How are you?
I don't think me and her have done a live chat together since Mexico. We did a live chat maybe in like 2018, I think in the spring. That's probably the last time me and her were on a live chat together.
Yeah,
How do you like being live?
I don't know.
Look, we stained the couch with this. Look.
Thank you.
Beautiful wife, yeah. Yes, she is.
Oh.
She drew this. Yeah, look, I can't show you guys, but we actually stained the couch red from this 100,000 thing. YouTube's supposed to send me a plaque. I get a silver play button. That's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to hang that up. I'm going to get to your guys' questions in a little bit. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes first, and then I will gladly take a lot of questions about YouTube, about New York, about travel, about other stuff. John, too big to talk to me now. Jonathan Watts. What's up, buddy? What's up, man? I'm definitely not too big for you. You're too big for me. Sarah.
You.
Hey, Sarah Toby, watching from, I guess you're probably in Clearwater. How are you? Hope to visit you at some point soon.
This is so weird for me.
Yes, it's like all these people are just are just chatting and jumping in. You know, when you make YouTube videos, you're so much in control of everything. Like I'm controlling everything that's being filmed. She's Mexican. And with these live streams, you just work off the audience. It's a completely different thing, and I'm not used to having so many people watching. It's kind of crazy, actually. What's on your mind?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm so bad in front of the camera.
Do you guys like watching her in the videos? You know, she just started a YouTube channel herself. If anyone is into art, I've actually, I've linked to it before, but if you guys like art and like relaxing music, she draws. She's very talented. She draws pets really well also.
Oh, thank you.
Anything you want to say? You want to say something in Spanish for our, there's a couple of Mexican viewers, I think.
Oh, yo extraño México. Coman muchos tacos por mí, por favor.
Yeah, we will be actually going to Mexico in December, so if anyone out there remembers my Mexican content, it's been a long time. It's coming back this winter. We still got a lot more New York to cover for the next few months, and I live in New York. It'll always be a lot of New York, but we're going international. I actually have an international video coming up real soon, as in like the next few days, next week. We have something coming up really cool. El Salvador. Cool. All over the world.
Sí.
Want to say anything else?
No.
Okay.
I don't know, like when you see me in the videos, you probably think I'm very natural on the camera, but normally he films me like 3 times until I finally do it right.
She's a trooper. You know, my background is journalism. I was a broadcaster for a long time, so I was never really shy in front of the camera. Although I'd say the weirdest thing was holding it, like the camera in front of you when you're vlogging. That was a little weird. Now it's second nature. I could vlog in Times Square and I probably wouldn't even care. I just numb to it. Hey, someone just gave me another super chat. Ryan Smith.
Thank you.
Love your vids. $5 Canadian dollars. I'm actually going to Canada tomorrow. I could use it. Going to Montreal. I'm gonna buy some poutine with the $5. Thank you.
Yeah, we're married.
$20.
Oh wow.
Thank you from the Upper East Side.
Thank you.
We should do a tour of New York City tiki bars. That would be fun.
Tiki bars?
Guys, what's a tiki bar? Can you explain
I
to
didn't
her?
know what's a tiki bar.
I suppose if I wasn't from the United States, I wouldn't know what a tiki bar is either. A tiki bar, I guess we could say, is a beach-themed bar. A lot of people have sort of tiki bars in their backyards, like a little hut. It's just got that kind of thing. Someone gave me R2. I don't even know what currency that is.
Thank you.
Rupees, maybe? Thank you. I'm gonna start vlogging if people just give you money. You should start vlogging. People might just give you money. You never know. Thank you, Tony. $5.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony, I'm gonna save the $5 you just gave me, and I'm gonna buy some pizza for you and your kids. That's what we're gonna do. I think that's fair. That's a fair trade. Charlotte, North Carolina. Patrick Holt. We were just in Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
It was Memorial Day weekend. Beautiful city.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna do a little Q&A with the members of the barrio. By the way, guys, not to sell myself too much, but if you like this shirt, it is for sale. I lowered the price, $15. And if you're curious, I'm not even joking. I make about $2 or $3 every sale. I'm not even in this for money. I just love this shirt so much. So if you want to buy the shirt, I think it's in any of my videos in the description. I have a bunch of shirts. I helped design them. I think they're really cool to wear around New York. I'm not in it for the money, so if you want, buy the shirt. $1.99. Thank you, Chelsea Prince. I was not expecting to get money just given to me. It's so nice of everybody. Like thank you. I don't know what to do with it. Saludos a Guadalajara. I guess any money that comes in now, I'm just going to invest it in food for the videos. And so you're basically just paying for me to eat food on videos, yeah.
Yeah, we eat a lot. Hey, Team Adriana.
Diego just gave 10R. I don't know what currency that is, but thank you. That was really nice.
Yeah.
It's the first time he's donated. Tony, you are so generous. You two have helped inspire me and my family to move to New York next year. Charles, I hope you enjoy your move to New York City. I think you'll like it a lot. There's no place like it. I want Team Adriana shirt or shirts with her original art. There actually is a Team Adriana shirt. If you go to the store, it exists, and
I don't know what it
she's probably gonna put her art up eventually through my channel. We'll work on it.
By the end of the year, you'll see.
R equals Brazilian reais. Okay,
Hey,
learning.
thank you.
What is your favorite pizza place in New York? I bet, you know what? I'm curious, can any of the viewers answer that? I've talked about this place at least in 5 videos. Can anyone answer that question?
Yeah.
What is my favorite pizza place in New York?
He talks about it all the time.
It's actually coming up in my next video. 104 people. Oh my goodness. Crazy. For $2, it's my favorite restaurant in Koreatown.
I like a place where they have the buffet. What is a buffet?
That I don't like that one that much. The one we went to with Alan.
I like it because I can pick a lot of stuff.
Oh yes, that place is good.
I like everything. I like all the Korean food, so I like that I have grabbed a little bit of everything, but I don't remember the name.
Okay, to answer a few questions. 1, what's my favorite pizza place? Bleecker Street Pizza. Not to be confused with John's of Bleecker Street, which is also very good.
Someone answered.
Oh, someone did answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd give you a prize if I had one.
Kevin knew the answer.
Thank you. The guy you met, what's up, my friend from living South Carolina? I think you're there. The other question was my favorite place in Koreatown. If my twin brother who's moderating can look this up, it's a buffet that's near the bookstore in Koreatown. It's really, really good. So, I forgot the name. But if Alan could look it up, I would love to tell you the name of this place. It's a very cool spot, but I forgot. It's a buffet. There's not too many buffets in Koreatown.
Favorite Mexican dish?
It's so easy, so easy. We covered it in the Queen's tour. Tacos al pastor. Actually, it's her favorite while we're married, so I guess it, because she kept eating it when we were in Mexico. It's like the traditional late night Mexican food. Yeah. Will you ever do a fan meetup? I actually did a fan meetup a few months ago. I think like 20 people came. I did it with Traveling Clat. I did it with Jacob Carlson. So we had a few YouTubers in the house.
Sorry guys, I even when I have glasses, I can't really.
Where did you get the frog in the background? I won it in Coney Island for Adriana. I threw like these little darts at balloons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alan B said it. Favorite place in Koreatown? Waterjip.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Hi, from Puerto Rico. I'd love to go to Puerto Rico. It's actually very high on my list, to be honest with you. I never know what I'm going to say in these live chats. You guys give me so much. Oh my god, Chelsea Prince keeps donating money. Thank you. $14.99. Hey, that was very, very generous of you. Thank you for donating. Fan meetup in September. Ha ha ha. Never say never about the fan meetups. Fan meetups are interesting. I don't know. I would do it, but it has to be something really cool. I couldn't just say meet me in the park. It has to be something really interesting. Loved your video in my new home neighborhood. Would it be possible to sleep in a van? You know what's funny, Brian? There's an Airbnb. My brother could actually post the Airbnb if he wants that lets you sleep in a van in Soho. You actually just sleep in the back of a van. I thought it was the craziest thing, but then I thought to myself, for $90, that's the cost per night, $90. If you just came to New York to party for the night and you left the next day, that's cheaper than any hotel. So it's so cool.
Oh,
Thank you, Lance, for $5. Videos are great. What restaurant do you recommend in or near Times Square? Times Square. Everyone wants to know Times Square stuff. You know, it's like Times Square. I always tell people you got to go at least once, but everybody wants to know Times Square restaurants. What do you think, Adriana? We got Jollibee if you want crazy fast food, Filipino fast food.
Yes.
That's an interesting recommendation because they don't have many in New York City or the East Coast. Another good one.
Tacos number 1.
Los Tacos number 1 is my favorite in Times Square. It's the best taco in Manhattan, not in New York City. Their pork tacos are adobada. Excellent. Los Tacos number 1 next to Times Square, top choice. Also, there is a Dominican food spot called Aquario Cafe. I just went back last week. Lunch is $5. We did a whole video about cheap lunches in New York. So those 3, Jollibee, Aquario Cafe, and Los Tacos number 1. Those 3 are my choices. Guys, already $61 in 14 minutes. I should do live chats more often. I'm just kidding. You know, it's crazy. There's these gamers I've watched. They just play video games and talk, and they raise like $1,000 an hour.
Thank you.
No, thank you for the donations, though, really.
And thank you for the comment.
And the comment. Your wife is beautiful.
Someone was saying that they had trouble finding, I think, the taco place in Queens.
Which one?
The Tacos Al Pastor. Remember, they don't have a name?
Yeah, the Tacos Al Pastor place, we did it with our friends, Food and Footprints, on their tour, which I recommend you take. You have to, so I put this, I believe it's outside the Grand Junction subway station, the 7 train. You exit, and there's a bunch of taco trucks. There's 2 Al Pastor, I think, and what you need to do is you have to find the one that has the huge roast. It looks different than all the other ones. Like watch the video, hit pause, and make sure the roast matches up. I promise you, you'll find it. It has no name, though.
My brother's watching.
Which one, Octavio or Raul?
Raul.
I thought you were only going to stay for a few minutes. You're going to stay the whole time. I like it.
He's kicking me out, guys.
No, I'm not kicking her out. No, actually, I like you here. Less talking for me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Going to hit Los Tacos on my first day. I always tell the people coming from California or Texas, like, you don't need to eat tacos in New York. Honestly, our tacos aren't that great in New York City. We have a lot of good food. Tacos, not very good in New York.
In Queens, they are.
Queens, you could find spots, but in general, it's not like pizza. Like pizza in New York are like tacos in Los Angeles. You can find good tacos everywhere. You can find good pizza everywhere. Jacob Carlson's in the house. To what do we owe this pleasure? What's up, Jacob? You know, I should have done so Jacob has a really cool YouTube channel, and I hope you guys subscribe to him. Him and my friend Tal, the traveling clap, did a whole 100,000 subscriber countdown. It was so cool. I decided not to do something like that. It's not my personality. I can't have so much attention. But while I have 100 people watching. But yeah, it was Jacob. Nice to see you, man. Happy you're here.
Tacos number 1 is good, but they don't have Al Pastor, which is our favorite.
Don't read that.
Yes, we want to adopt a dog.
Yeah, her dream, Adriana's dream is to have a dog with us in the apartment. You know, our current apartment's pretty small. You've seen it in a few videos. I've never had a dog before. It's not something that I didn't grow up with a dog. I don't know much about dogs. So yeah, I think if we get another apartment soon, which we're talking about, maybe next year we'd get a dog.
Or 2.
One. Someone gave $10. Thank you, Patricia Mamani. Because of your videos, I'm more interested in New York. I've been living in New York past 20 years. Cheers, keep up the good work. I'm actually, you know what surprised me the most about this YouTube channel? It wasn't the tourists. It was the local New Yorkers who said they like watching the channel to get ideas. I always thought this would appeal more to travelers, but I was pleasantly surprised that we have a big portion of the viewership live in New York City. That is just so cool for me. Love your videos, James Townsend. Thank you, James. $71. Wow.
Thank you.
Pizza is a thing that's hard to find really bad in New York. Yeah, that is so true. Actually, I'll give you guys a little tease. My next video coming out is going to be 12 things you must do on your first trip to New York City. The video after that, which I'm currently filming, New York versus Montreal bagels. That'll be fun. From El Paso, Texas, should I go live in New York? Definitely. Although I'm very sorry about everything that happened in El Paso, but I mean, New York's a very different city. Visit New York first, then see how you feel. Have you been to the new T-Rex exhibit? No, I have not. I don't go to museums enough.
We should.
We should. One thing her and I are trying to do more often is to actually go and do attractions without filming. It's difficult because I always want to film everything, but no, I haven't gone to the new T-Rex exhibit. I
think Tal will love that.
Alan just wrote that.
Oh yeah, I did see it.
Someone gave $5. Let me see. Thank you, Patrick Holt. Do a video about nightclubs. I'm not such a big nightclub guy. I would say the closest I've done so far was either the Speakeasy video or the rooftop bar video. Some of the rooftop bars actually were clubby. I was not passionate about nightclubs. I don't think I would do a good job on it, but maybe I could throw a club in somewhere.
More money.
Foodie A1C, $4.99. We met him at the fan meetup. Dude, I hope you're doing well with your channel. I make $15,000 a year. Should I move to New York? Yeah, why not? Maybe you probably make more money in New York. Dun, dun, dun. What should we talk about, huh? Guys, floor is open. Any questions? I'll just take some.
Yeah. We are not very extrovert, so we don't know what to say.
Patricia went to Junction Boulevard to try the tacos. It was delicious. See, I'm happy people are following it.
They're so good.
Are those guys in costumes in Times Square? They're there. They're still there, trust me.
And they'll be there forever.
124 people watching. Whew. How's the plant doing?
What?
How's the plant doing?
Oh, it's doing great. We moved it to when it gets more sunshine. It's so big. It's my baby.
First a plant, then a dog. We were like working our way up the chain of command in the world.
Plant and stuff.
Should visit Austin, Texas. Listen, I haven't been to Austin, Texas in 10 years. I have some friends that live there now. I'm dying to go back to Austin, Texas. I'd love to do a video there. I've actually contacted their tourism board. I might just go. Have you been to Ninja New York Restaurant in Tribeca?
That sounds so crazy.
That sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Like,
My favorite building is the Empire State Building.
Best host ever. Excellent content, amusing, meaningful, a lot of fun to watch. Barr, do you like to travel? That's ironic because this is a travel channel. I'm just on hiatus in my home city for a while. I mean, I love traveling. Yes, of course. There'll be more traveling content in the next year. Like from now in the next year, you will see more travel content. Much as I love doing New York stuff, I like to travel too. So, yes, I do like to travel.
My favorite video that I participated in was, we did a video in Japan last year. Yeah, last year. It was a pug cafe. A cafe full of dogs, of pugs running around. Actually, it was the first video I made. I filmed, I edited it, and I love dogs, so that was my favorite.
Yeah, she literally did the whole video. I mean, again, the channel was a lot smaller last year. Like, I was right after so for those of you who don't know about the YouTube channel, I was in Mexico for 4 months. At one point, I probably had more Mexican viewers than American viewers. It was 50-50. Then we left, we traveled to Japan, the viewers went, they just stopped watching. I mean, I can't blame them if they wanted to watch me for Mexican content. Then we came back, I came back after a trip to Europe, Azores, and other places. We came back to New York in August, and I have not traveled that much in the last year. I've maybe done like 3 or 4 domestic trips. Tomorrow I'm leaving the country though for the first time in a year.
If I get a husky, I'm gonna kick John out of the apartment because there is no space.
Yeah, husky. I don't think so. We're gonna get a small dog if we get one. Somebody asked, is Cat's Deli worth it? I don't think so. I think Cat's, look, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's really overhyped and touristy. We did this whole deli video. I have gone back to Sarge's Deli multiple times. They have the biggest sandwich in New York City. Their pastrami and corned beef is so good. Like, it is so good. If you come to New York, I say skip Katz, go to Sarge's, but you can prove me wrong. But go to Katz's, you will see long lines. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think Sarge's is better. I think Katz just has the name recognition. So.
Oh, my accent.
Her accent's pretty cool. Do you guys think I have an accent, by the way? Do you detect anything? I grew up in North Jersey, so I have a little accent. You make a video of the new mega mall in New Jersey. I'm not doing too much Jersey stuff. I actually am gonna show the new outlet mall in Staten Island, though. I'm gonna do a Staten Island video, so I will do that.
I want to do it one in Hoboken.
Hoboken also, I will do a video. Take care, Tony. What do you guys do when sick, home remedies, and what happened to Carnegie's Deli? Carnegie's Deli closed like about a few years ago. There's so many questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to read.
Have you ever seen movies being shot?
All the time, but we never know which one. I mean, we never see the name of the movie, but they're always filming in Bleecker Street. All the time.
McDougal, the Greenwich Village has so many movies and TV shows like all the time.
I wanted to see them filming Avengers because I love Marvel, but it never happened.
They have a lot of filming locations like all over New York. I could do a whole video on filming locations. Would you guys like that if I did something like that? I'm curious. How long is the live stream going to be? As long as I feel like going, but I have to pack because I'm traveling tomorrow, so probably less than an hour. So we're at 24 minutes right now. Wow, 110 people. This is insanity. Have you had Carmine's Italian Restaurant in Times Square? I have had Carmine's Italian Restaurant in Times Square multiple times, in fact, because when my parents visit New York City, they like to stay in like Midtown when we go around. They can be kind of lazy. So Carmine's is okay. I don't think it's the most authentic, best Italian food in New York City. Kind of touristy, but it's not bad. I'd say go to Arthur Avenue in the Bronx if you want the best Italian food, but...
Oh, thank you to my brother.
Oh, gracias a Raul for 20...
A slice of pizza.
For 20 pesos. Thank you, man.
That's exactly a slice.
I'll buy you a taco in San Luis.
Yeah, in December.
We're up to $82. Woohoo! Okay, what other questions we got coming, guys? I'm curious. What do we got? I'm gonna have to scroll up. We have so many.
Yeah, sorry if I like disappeared, but I can't read. I'm very blind.
How can I give you my money? Take your dollar bill and just... No. Actually, if you want to give me a super chat, I think you have to click the little dollar icon if you want. No pressure.
Did you grow longer beard?
Well, no, actually, no. This is like, I like keeping the beard pretty trim. I've noticed that with a beard, when it gets thicker, I look 5 years older, and I don't like that, so no. I don't want a thicker beard. This is perfect for me. This length is really good. Someone said top 5 bucket list travel destinations. Great question. What are some of yours?
The 5?
Yeah.
South Korea, Turkey, India, Colombia, Peru.
Okay, I've been to Peru. For me, I'll say Colombia, India, what else? South Korea. Be somewhere exotic in like the South Pacific. And then number 5, we'll go with Greenland. I really wanted to go to Greenland this summer, but it didn't work out. I had a whole idea of a Greenland series. We didn't do it. Bora Bora in Paris. That would be awesome to do either. I've never been to Paris. I want to go. Where is your, well, she's my wife now, but...
I'm from Mexico.
San Luis Potosí.
San Luis Potosí. I thought about the food.
Yeah.
When I say it, that's what I was like.
She misses Mexico a lot. Best Indian restaurant in the city. I wish my friend Greg was here. If he's here, he can chime in now. I'll tell you my favorite Indian restaurant. My favorite Indian restaurant is Suraya, S-U-R-A-Y-A in Greenwich Village, but I don't think it's the best. It's really good. I'm sure the best Indian restaurant... Oh, I might have one suggestion. Okay, I got one tip for Indian food. We did a video about it. Go to the Queens Temple, the Hindu temple in Flushing, Queens. Just check my videos.
Oh,
that was the best Indian food I've had in New York, but they serve dosas, so it's a specific kind of South Indian food. That was the most unique experience I've had.
How old are we?
Uh-oh, should I tell them? I don't know.
How secret.
How old do you think I am, guys? Anyone want to guess?
Yeah, guess. How old do you think he is? And how we met.
I'll save that for a video maybe someday.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video how we met.
Someone said 80, 34. 80's pretty close. Oh, there are others. Oh, look at all the answers. My goodness is coming in.
32, 39, 29, 20. It's around 28 and 34.
Okay, okay.
It's good.
Some people actually got it.
And how do you think I am? I'm a baby.
32, 35 max.
26.
Be 5 years older with a full beard. All right, guys, I am 35 years old. I just turned 35 August 5th, actually. I've had a lot of, I just turned 35 and I had 100,000 subscribers. It's been a pretty crazy week.
I'm 29. I just turned 29.
Just turned 29, yeah. I think if I shave, people would think I'm, under 30, but I don't know. 113 people, 116 people. My goodness, we got a full house. I can't even imagine, talking to 100 people. That might scare me. How old is your twin brother? You know, it's funny you asked that question. He was actually born on January 1st. I was born December 31st. No, he's the same age. Just say no to shaving. Debating it, but I've had this... You know, guys, I'll tell you a story real quick. And if you don't like the story, you can leave the live chat. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't leave.
You said it's crazy because I have served you both at a restaurant and I was too shy to ask you for a picture.
You're gonna tell me what restaurant? No, so here's my beard story. We're doing the Las Vegas video and I forgot my shaver for 4 nights in Las Vegas and it started to grow and then I wondered to myself, I wonder what a beard would look like. So I just kept the beard growing for another week. 1 week has turned into 5 months.
Yes.
But I trim it. I trim it like every 3 or 4 days. I think with a beard, you have to find like what your zone is with it, your happy place, and this length is good for me.
It's so funny.
What questions we got? You want to check?
Best
tacos in NYC. Al Pastor Tacos next to Grand Junction Boulevard, 7 train, only open at night. Check out my Queens food tour from about 2 weeks ago and you will get your question answered. Also, the birria tacos were amazing close by there.
Soraya. We love that place.
Oh, cool.
She worked there, yeah. We love that place. We were there yesterday.
We were also there for New Year's Eve too. Just went to New York with my dad. Thank you. You really helped me out. No problem. Happy to help you guys. You heading to Spain tomorrow? No, I wish. I think I actually mentioned earlier in the live chat where I'm going. I'm leaving the United States. It's been a year. I've not left the US in a year. It's pretty crazy.
Oh,
what do you think would be the best family-friendly neighborhood to move to in New York? I would say Park Slope, Brooklyn would be very good.
Or
Upper West Side. Problem with City Island is that it's very suburban. Like, why not live in Westchester? I mean, unless you really want to be by the water, that could be fun.
Queens has delicious food too.
If you want good food, yeah, maybe Astoria is kind of family-friendly, and possibly, I don't know what kind of vibe you want. For me, Park Slope, Brooklyn might be perfect for a family. It's so peaceful. Guys, were a pleasure to serve. Thank you very much. Best breakfast spot in New York. You know what's tough about that question? I don't go out for breakfast very often.
We're very lazy.
Lazy in the morning.
Yeah, we don't want to go out.
I used to like the brunch at Jane, which is on Houston Street. I don't know if I'm gonna say it's the best breakfast though. There's probably better breakfasts in New York. I have to get back to you. That might be a video idea right there.
Some people speak Spanish. Maybe you can want to say something in Spanish.
Olvidé todo el español en mi vida. Es su culpa. En serio.
A veces hablamos poquito español.
I need to practice more Spanish, to be honest with you guys. I did, you know, if anyone's curious, I did a whole video in Spanish last year. You can find it on my channel. Go back to my Mexico content. Whole video in Spanish. You can see my low level. Which borough do you guys live in? We live in Greenwich Village. That's not a borough. We live in Manhattan. We live in Greenwich Village. My favorite neighborhood in New York City. Even though it's crazy and, you know, very fun. Anyone who's ever been here, it is in my top 12 things you must do when you visit New York video coming out on Friday.
And you can say hi to Brazil.
You're
I
off
want
camera.
to go there too. I forget. I'm so bad with the camera.
Brazil. I've actually been to Brazil years ago, way before YouTube. I did some of my best traveling before I had a YouTube channel, you know. I went to Rio, Morro de Sao Paulo, and Salvador. Beautiful country. What are we? Oh my gosh, there's so many questions.
What's your favorite food? Mexican.
My favorite food, it's too difficult for me to say that. I really love Indian food. Indian food, pizza, Mexican food, one of those three for sure. Someone just said congratulations. I'm not sure who it was, but thank you. Do you pack light? Yes, I do pack light. I always pack light. In fact, I don't remember the last time I haven't used a carry-on bag when I traveled. I always use a carry-on because I hate checking bags unless I'm going away for a month. When we go to Mexico, we might go for a month in the winter. I will bring a big suitcase.
Maybe I can show them that.
Show them. Go ahead.
You can.
Yeah.
This is what I do in my art channel. Things like this. You wanna check it out?
Yes, she's very talented. She
Thank
definitely
you.
deserves more subscribers, for sure. But YouTube is a tough platform these days. What do you think of Hill Country Chicken? I think I ate there once. It was good.
Thank you.
What do we got? I like this question. This is a really good question. If not New York City, where would you live?
Mexico.
Mexico would be up there. If we're talking about domestic locations, I don't know. Because it would be hard for me to live in another US city. Like, I probably would rather live in Mexico City than another US city right now. We'll stick with that answer.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Nicholas Vargas. Someone said, where's the link? What's your channel? You want to, I'll type it. You want to type it in here?
Yeah.
If anyone wants to subscribe to Adriana's channel, she's going to type the name She's gonna type it right now into the chat, and you guys can subscribe if you would like. Or I don't know if Alan's gonna find it. Someone said, "Oh my God, I wish I could create art. I wish I could create art too." He's way more creative than me. I just talk a lot. Wow, your Spanish is getting better.
He speaks good Spanish, but he's very shy. Habla un poquito Spanish.
I think my Spanish actually has gotten worse, to be honest with you. I don't use it much anymore. I like your videos, then the clavering clad in Bracati.
Do what?
He said, I like the clavering clad. I think he meant traveling clad. It was just a little typo.
Traveling clad, I miss him.
So we have a lot of people here. Tell me, where are you watching from? Anyone who just joined, I'm curious. I want to see a big list of where you guys are watching from. His name's Juan Catalina. I was thinking Juan Cantina.
Like you, Juan Cantina?
That was my nickname. I used to be a broadcaster for baseball in El Paso, Texas for 2 years, 2 summers. And there was a Spanish language reporter from Mexico. He used to call me Juan Cantina, John Barr.
Look, there are tons of places.
You want to read some of them off? What do we got?
Australia, London, UK, New York, Virginia. What is this?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Los Angeles, New Mexico, New Jersey, Houston, Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Toronto. How do you pronounce it?
Fort Lauderdale.
Chicago, London, Argentina, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Montreal. Wow.
My face just like.
Boston, Virginia. I love Boston.
Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Argentina.
Un porteño.
Guadalajara. Oh, I miss Guadalajara.
Astoria. What's up, Astoria?
Chicago, Florida.
So guys, I was actually thinking today of a giveaway that I could do for 100,000. I'm gonna ask Adriana's opinion first. I'm gonna ask you guys if you think this will be cool. It actually involves my friends. So their food tour costs $55. Greg and Jumi in Queens. They do this amazing street food tour. It's the same tour pretty much that I took in my video. I think I'm gonna give it away to 2 people. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it now or I'll do it in another video. What do you think? Should I do it now somehow?
I think we should plan it.
Yeah.
And so you give people opportunity if they are coming to plan a trip. Do they want to participate?
I'll give away a trip to New York at 1 million subscribers. At 1 million subscribers, we could talk about a trip to New York. At 100,000, we could talk about 2 free food tours. That sound fun? Would you guys like a free food tour from expert New Yorkers? Know way more about food than I do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give that away pretty soon. What do we got? We have these messages are coming so fast. I'm losing track.
You have a video of this, the things to do on Christmas. I think.
We did go back to the channel. We did a whole video about I think Christmas markets, and I'm gonna update that this year. I'm gonna do a whole Christmas or winter guide, but that's gonna be November, December.
Favorite soccer team?
Chivas, of course.
Chivas from Mexico. Him.
Only because I did a video there. We lived in Guadalajara for 2 months, so Chivas is by default my favorite team now. And I guess I like the New York, the Red Bulls or whatever they call themselves now. What are any other good questions? What do we got?
Do you watch other New York City YouTubers?
Not so much. The only ones I've watched a lot were my other friends, like Jacob Carlson and Tal the Traveling Clat when he lived in New York. Other than that, I don't really watch that much other YouTube. I'm just so busy with things. It's hard for me to really jump onto some channels. I think my favorite channel right now is this self-defense channel called I think it's called Active Protection, where the guy breaks down all these crazy crimes and what people did to survive. I love that sort of stuff. For me, that's cool. Hopefully, I'll avoid crimes in my life.
You know this movie?
What movie?
Sailing, Stephen and Meg Ryan. It's a deli.
Oh, where Harry
the
met Sally, Cat's Deli. They wanted to know the name of the deli. We discussed this, and I said that I think Cat's is a bit of a tourist trap. Some people like it. I don't like it that much. Love-hate relationship. I'm not a fan.
That's funny.
What do you say?
Did you get buzzed going to rooftop bars?
Did I get buzzed going to the rooftop bars video?
Sometimes.
Yeah, very. Yeah, they get the craziest place in the rooftop bar video was, what was it called? The one that had the mini golf course, Magic Hour. Magic Hour rooftop. Here's a cool suggestion for you guys. Take a bunch of friends, like 4 friends, and get one of their humongous little fishbowl drinks. They put Pop Rocks in them. Insanity. So much alcohol. And they just kept, because we were doing a video, they're like, here, show this, show this. They just, oh my goodness. We had enough alcohol for 10 people. It was insane. We were giving it away. We took the bowl, we're like, hey, we have extra alcohol. Do you guys want? And they're like, yeah. So we just gave it. You ever tried Harold's Deli in Edison? No, I have not. I went to Rutgers, actually, so I've been by Edison quite a bit, but I've not tried Harold's Deli. Do filming locations for well-known movies? That could work. Maybe. Maybe. Subway or taxi?
Subway.
Pizza or bagel? I don't know. It depends. It's like Subway or taxi. I mean, I'd probably take the Subway unless it's late at night and I want to wait 30 minutes. Have you had Five Guys? Yes, I have had Five Guys. I used to have a Five Guys in the Village, actually, right by me. It's okay. I'm not that big a fan of it. Best falafel in New York. I think my friend, the Traveling Cloud, did a whole video about this, so you should check that out, because he probably knows better than me. But I like Mamoons on McDougal Street. There's a few Mamoons in New York City. So I go with Mamoons right now. Why don't you review fast food chains? Not my style. I prefer to review like real mom and pop shops or iconic restaurants. I did review Jollibee at least 3 times, but that's cool because it's Filipino and there's not that many of them on the East Coast. It's a really wacky chain.
Hey Marcelo, espero que tengas un buen viaje.
Gregory Barr, Uber or Lyft tomorrow to LaGuardia?
Hey.
I'm actually thinking of taking the subway and then taking an Uber to our secret destination.
What do you do on a regular busy day? Laundry,
edit videos, shoot videos,
shopping, like
check out my last video about day-to-day stuff with YouTube. Do you like Rambo? You asked that a lot. I love Rambo. I love that movie. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, my brother is always asking you too.
Better airport to travel out of, LaGuardia or JFK?
Newark.
Well, I'm a little spoiled because I have access to the American Express Centurion Lounge, but overall, actually I think I like, if there's not traffic, I prefer LaGuardia. JFK is just really far. That's the issue with JFK. But it's more accessible by public transportation, so kind of pros and cons. Olive Garden, best New York Italian food. Absolutely, the best Italian food in New York is at the Olive Garden. You gotta check it out. I think he was being sarcastic, but maybe not. I used to eat at the Olive Garden when I lived in New Jersey. Seriously, I come from a very deprived background food-wise. New York has opened up my senses, my tastes, if you wouldn't believe. I mean, I live in New York and I'm eating Bengali food from a cart and standing inside with the chef as he makes it in front of me, and I thought, this is pretty cool. And then I ate the fushka right in my mouth, chewed on it, so good. Oof. Watch that street food tour video, guys. I hope you will relive it, either watch it or win my contest when it comes out to get 2 free Queens food tours. Tomorrow the unlimited pasta bowls go on sale? Wow, that's crazy.
Where's buenas barbacoas, like grill? Where can you eat grill or barbecue in New York?
There's a decent Brazilian steakhouse in Midtown that I like. Forgot the name. But there's a couple of Churrascaria something. There's a couple in Midtown. And there's apparently a cheap one in Queens. I would do that. Someone said, okay, good question. Let's pretend your brother asked. I like this question we just got. You just arrive in New York. What's the first thing you've got to do? Go.
It's funny because the first thing I think you have to do is go to Times Square, maybe. We don't really like Times Square because it's crowded and it's very expensive and blah blah blah. But I think it's the first thing you have to do. So because yeah, I think it's very impressive when you see it for the first time. I remember my first time and it was amazing. It was very magic. So yeah, I think that's the first thing you have to do.
I would say Times Square at night would be a really cool first thing, even though it might set this precedent that New York is this big crazy place, which it truly is not if you just get away from the super touristy areas. But on your first trip, you kind of have to, I hate to say it, but you kind of have to on your first trip to New York do some touristy things. You knock them out and then you save the rest of your trip for the more local things, some stuff
Yeah.
I recommend or other bloggers or vloggers, or for your second trip to New York, you'll have done everything once, and then you can go to do the out there Queens food stuff.
Yeah, I think to go to Times Square you have to go with a lot of patience.
Patience.
Patience, because it's crowded and you can't walk really fast. So do it first, and then you enjoy the rest.
Tell us about your time living in South America. I haven't spent that much time in South America. I lived in Argentina at one point for 2 months before YouTube. I lived in Mexico 1 month, and then 4 months last year, and then I've had other trips to Mexico. The longest I've ever been outside of the United States was 4 months when I was in Mexico last November until March. We were in Merida, Guadalajara, Mexico City. It was amazing. What time is it in New York? 9:13 p.m.
9:13 p.m.
We've already been doing this for 45 minutes. And you guys gave us $82. Thank you so much. Like, that is just so nice that you guys were giving us super chats. Really cool. What are some gaming experiences in New York one might need to check out? Oof, gaming. Oh, I have an idea. The Paley Center, it's pay what you wish. It's a donation. It was in my rainy day video. They have free video games on the bottom floor. It'd be a great place to take kids, actually.
My channel is right there. Alan put it. Thanks, Alan. It's a baby channel.
Time to order pizza. Who you calling? Maybe Joe's, I'm guessing. All right, I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm not a huge fan of Joe's Pizza. I don't live too far from it. I had it like a week ago. Always huge lines. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. And I don't know what the big hype is. There, I said it. I prefer a lot of other pizza places more. Bleecker Street. I like Arturo's for pies. John's at Bleecker Street for a pie. I'm also pretty lazy. I like my stuff. I like stuff in my neighborhood, but yeah, I'm not a big Joe's fan. Will there be more meetups? I haven't planned any yet, but we'll see, maybe. Meetups are a bit of work. I almost prefer live chats in some ways, but...
When are we getting married?
We're already married.
We're already married.
But we're getting married in Mexico.
We're having a big Mexican wedding.
Which I may or may not vlog. If you guys want me to vlog that, let me know. We had a little civil wedding in February, and then we're gonna have a big wedding with her family and my family in Mexico in Diciembre. Ooh, I got so many messages. I'm gonna read this. Adriana, you can keep them occupied if you want. I don't know what you want to say.
You're covering.
Covering
Your
you?
big head is covering. I don't know what to say. Hi, guys. Oh my god, look at this thing. Yeah, maybe we're gonna vlog the wedding. We're not sure. He filmed my sister's wedding in Mexico. And yeah. ¿Dónde nos conocimos? Nos conocimos en Nueva York.
In New York. Es la verdad.
Pero es un secreto cómo nos conocimos.
Ren Pilak. Good point. Vlog, but hire someone to do it so you can enjoy your wedding. Yes, I'm not running around my wedding with a camera. I have some friends coming from the US who are vloggers, so at least one of them I think will definitely help me out getting footage. So I may just do an intro, give him my camera and say, hey, just get B-roll. I'll jump on when I can, but otherwise I got to enjoy this wedding. If you're curious what a Mexican wedding is like, by the way, I have a video on my channel about it. It was her sister's wedding. It was really fun. So even if you YouTube Mexican wedding, you'll see her face on the thumbnail. That's the video. You should check it out. You've been to John's of Times Square. I don't think so. The name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever been there.
Did we eat Salvadorian food? It was like we ate it in the tour with Greg.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. No, sorry.
Never. I don't think I've ever had that.
We had to try.
How hard is it to carry camera gear on the subway? I have a very small, like very easy setup. I have Canon M50, which is pretty light, it's like 1 pound. I have a tripod. I have a little Canon G7X Mark II, and it's. I kid you not, I'm carrying less than 2 or 3 pounds, so not a problem. I have a really cool book bag. No, not an issue.
It's pretty easy. Do you get recognized by in public by tourists?
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah, we do. We do sometimes. Like once per week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Maybe once a week.
Once a week we get recognized, or sometimes he gets messages of people. Oh, I saw you, but I was too shy to say hi. Don't feel shy. Just say hi. We're simple mortals.
We were on the lobster boat, and if she's watching, hello. She actually tagged us on Instagram, and so this girl walked up to us and said, "Hey, excuse me, can you take my picture?" Wait a minute. I watch you guys. Instead of taking my picture, can you be in my picture? I'm like, okay.
It was really nice. I like those things, so don't feel shy.
What's really interesting about when someone recognizes you off of YouTube is they walk up to you like, and usually the person that does is confident. I'll walk up to you like, "Hey," and the first time it happened, I thought the person knew me, and then after it happened 5 or 6 times, I'm like, okay, this is probably someone from YouTube. I'm going to assume that at this point, unless they know my twin brother somehow, and then they usually like, "Oh, wait a minute, you don't know me. Oh, hey, I watch your channel." So yeah, it's really cool that if anyone ever says hi, that's very nice of you. So please do say hi if you happen to see us. We're around quite a bit. I don't think we're that difficult to find. I also have an identical twin brother. People have said hi to him, thinking it was me. In fact, I think he's been recognized as me more than I've been recognized as me, because he doesn't have a beard. So he gets all the fame and he does none of the work. It's not fair. Not fair.
He helps.
He does help me. Where will you hang your 100K silver play button?
Oh yeah.
Probably next to my computer. I was thinking like on the wall there. That way when I'm editing, I can look at it to get motivation. Like there's a lot of times when you're editing, like the next video coming out, I must have edited it 10 to 12 hours and I was dead and I don't want to go on. And I could look up and say, okay, I did well on YouTube. Here's proof. Keep pushing.
This is a mirror.
That's definitely not. It's definitely not a window. Which celebrities have you seen in public? The last celebrity I remember seeing, I was walking on Houston Street. I saw Jake Gyllenhaal. He was by himself, just walking, and I think he lives in Tribeca. You know, one thing I've read about celebrities in New York is that they prefer New York over LA because in New York people don't bother them as much. In LA there's a lot more paparazzi. In New York it'd be difficult to do paparazzi because there's so much traffic, like where the car is going to go. So there's paparazzi in New York, but I think a lot of celebrities prefer New York City over LA to live just because it's a little more, I'm going to say peaceful in the sense that you're just not hounded as much, but I'm not sure. That's what I read. Oh, we had so many messages. You want to read one? How was your time as a sportscaster? What was your most memorable moment? So I spent about 9 years as a professional sportscaster. I did baseball. I did college basketball, college football at Wagner in New York City. I did television in 3 years in New York City for a station here. Most memorable moment. I had my first ever baseball team won a championship in 2006. That was pretty cool. I would say honestly some of my favorite moments weren't even broadcasting. It was just getting to know some of the players when I did minor league baseball. Just hanging out with them, like finding out what it was like to be an athlete. That was really cool. Interviewing, really, like I think I interviewed a senator once. I interviewed the senator of Montana. Like that was really neat. He told me he would listen to the broadcasts when he was a farmer, Senator Tester, and he would be on his, what's it called? He'd be on whatever it is that farmers are always on. The word's escaping me. Plow, and he'd be listening to the games. That was really neat. And I just had some games that were really just amazing to broadcast, but there's not like one moment that sticks out in 9 years. So, yeah. Any good questions come in?
I'm so blank. I can't see.
Someone said $5 Jamaican food video. I've actually thought about going to that place. Maybe, not sure. Do you go to Atlantic City? I actually went last year. I don't like Atlantic City very much. I think Vegas is much better. I grew up in North Jersey. I'm not a fan. If you love gambling, Atlantic City might be okay, but if you're asking me, should you do a day trip from New York if your time is limited? No, don't. When are you coming to Puerto Rico? I don't know.
I want to go.
I want to go. Maybe next winter. When it gets cold in New York, I think that would appeal to me more. I was born in Brooklyn, left to go to Florida at 8. I'm 33 now, and I'm from New York. It's cool.
Japanese. We love Japan.
Arigato gozaimasu. We were actually in Japan last April. Did a whole month of Japan videos. I'll be honest, some of my favorite content that didn't get a lot of views. I think if you guys are going to Japan, I have a whole 15 videos in Japan.
Yeah.
Including, I think the best Japan video is either the Pug Cafe one or the one where me and her were staying at a ryokan, which is like a traditional ryokan, a Japanese hotel where you wear
that was awesome.
Not a kimono, a yukata. Very cool.
He was saying in Cuba actually. Someone is like, you ever considered Cuba?
I actually did a bunch of videos in Cuba. Cuba was one of my first series on YouTube. It did very well. I did Cuba right after Obama made it easier for people to go to Cuba. So I had a ton of views in those videos. That was like the first travel series of mine that really got a lot of attention was Cuba. So I'll go back to my channel, I have old Cuba videos. One of my favorite videos I ever made was about Trinidad, Cuba, Day in the Life. If I watched it now from a production standpoint, I might not like it, but I love the story. So if you want to see a cool Cuba video, check out Trinidad.
Can you
Do you visit DC? What's the comparison? I haven't been to DC since I was in college, and I haven't really visited DC. Actually, I had a flight diverted to DC from New Orleans, but we were in the airport. I haven't been to DC to truly explore it since I was in high school. I don't know much about it. I want to go back. I'd love to make a video about DC, actually.
Hey, someone is moving to Brooklyn. Maybe he's gonna have another meetup one day, soon.
I think I would maybe do a meetup in the fall if I get enough interest. What other questions we got?
I can't
106
see.
people.
Best things to do in New York. No, this is hot.
Best thing to do in New York in November. Stay warm. If you're in late November, you might just be able to start going to some of the Christmas markets. That would be fun. I would say museums if it's cold outside. I don't know if a Thanksgiving parade if you're here for Thanksgiving. Apparently that's pretty cool too.
We were in Charleston. We actually were in Charleston.
Yeah, right after.
He has a video so you can see it.
Someone, I got a couple things.
My neck hurts.
Someone said my video about traveling alone struck a chord with them. I'm happy. Yeah, I think people should not be afraid to travel to New York by yourself. New York's a great place to travel by yourself. It's the kind of city where people just want to blend in to the crowd. If you go to a small British village by yourself, people might stare at you. I don't know. But if you come to New York City by yourself, no one's even gonna look. No one cares. Greeting from Illinois. Couple more minutes, guys. I said I would do this for 1 hour, and you've kept me almost an hour. I'm blown away by the amount of people here. 107. We had 130 at one point, and you guys gave me $82 of super chat. So again, thank you for that, and thank you for 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, thank you.
Really means a lot.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
What's that?
Are you fluent in Spanish?
Intermediate. Soy un intermedio en español.
Puede hablar más de lo que dice que habla.
He estudiado por 3 años.
Sí, a veces hablo en español y digo algo, él entiende todo, así que no puedo decir nada a su español.
Like I can't listen. The thing is, I can't listen to her in Spanish and pay attention to the chat. Like, it doesn't work. Anything else? A bunch of questions about Boston, DC. I've been to Boston. I went a couple years ago. Really cool city. Maybe not as much to do as New York. Different vibe. I don't like the sports teams very much. I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. I think I'll tell everyone my favorite sports teams, even though I don't follow it much anymore. Yankees, Jets, Knicks, Islanders. But I'm not really a huge fan. I should do a video about going to a Yankees game. That'd be cool. Which one they say?
It makes me sound better in Spanish. Mi acento españolito.
Will you make a video for Forest Hills? Maybe a neighborhood video would be fun there. I would consider it. Have we done a speakeasy video, Jonah? I have. The whole video about best speakeasy bars in New York. Go watch it in a few minutes. Someone said congratulations on 100,000. How many days a traveler needs to stay in New York, enjoy activities? Oh, like a month, maybe 6 months to enjoy everything. No, I would say minimum 10 days in New York. I mean, if you don't have the money, don't do it. If money was no object and you just wanted to come, I'd say minimum 10 days, 2 weeks. I've met people that come to New York for a month and they don't see everything. I've lived in New York almost 8 years and there's so much I haven't seen. And I grew up in the area. But New York is just full of craziness. So at least 10 days. 1 million subs next. Talk to me in 20 years, maybe. I don't know. I said 1 million was the next goal, but realistically, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But I hit 100,000. I think anything over 100,000 is quite frankly gravy. So 1 million is a goal. It's good to set high goals, but I'm happy with what I've got right now. So you guys are a great, very curious audience. You like to be informed. I guess you like the style of videos that we do. If anyone ever has suggestions for videos, please, shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook. Actually, Instagram DM is probably the best way to reach me, or you can email me. My email is on like every video. It's at the bottom, herebebar@gmail.com. But a lot of emails do go to spam sometimes, so that or Instagram, write both, and I will try to get back to you. I can't promise I'll respond to every single email. I try, but I can't respond to everyone. 1 million will happen soon. Soon is a relative statement, I suppose. Your wife has beautiful hair. He does have nice hair. Never be satisfied, always strive for greatness. Charles, that is an excellent quote. So, yeah.
We're gonna do a pet video when we get a dog next year, maybe.
We could do a whole pet channel. I think those do really well.
With my baby dog. I want a dog.
I spend like $1,000 for flat New York for a month, $300 for food. That actually sounds pretty good. $1,000 a month. That's a good price. Evan Doyle, what's up, buddy? I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, more food videos, yay!
If anyone knows or remembers the name Evan, he has appeared in a bunch of my videos. He's watching right now. He says more food videos. He likes to come for them. So yeah, definitely more food videos coming your way. Guys, we're going to wrap up the live chat. Thank you again for 100,000. Thank you again for the $82 in super chat money. Very generous. And Adriana, want to say anything else?
Thank you so much for your support. It's actually his work. He's the one who's always working really hard, and I'm just a guest.
And we just got $18, $100. Thank you. Now we can get 100 slices of pizza. That's an idea. Let's just get. We'll go to Percy's Pizza and we'll just get 100 slices and give them out to random people. That could be a video. We might have to do that.
Thank you so much. Gracias a todos los de México, Colombia, Brasil.
But yeah, we had, I think, 10 countries covered. I saw Australia, Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, US, Canada. Thank you so much. And we are going to continue to make the best content possible, just kind of striving to cover stuff that's not covered on other YouTube channels, and also to cater to the first timers as well. So if you guys haven't noticed, I mix up the content a lot. I'll say that real quick. I like to mix it up. One day we're gonna do a list, next day we're gonna do food tour, next video I'm gonna talk about life in New York, next video we're gonna explore neighborhoods, so we're gonna keep mixing it up, because if I don't mix it up, I'm gonna get bored. But thank you guys. Look at all these nice messages. I don't wanna stop the live chat. This is really, really, if I could blush, I'd blush. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
And you make it all worthwhile, because what's the point of making my content after all these years if no one's gonna watch? So if you guys enjoy it, I'm gonna keep making it. Muchas gracias. A mis Latinos, thank you. Arigato to the viewer in Japan. And we are going to say good night until next time. If I could only figure out how to end this.